Hi there, so this is Sally from Healthy Lady, and today I want to talk to you about how we actually sabotage ourselves to get constantly into overwhelm. So last time we talked about feminine and masculine energy, and now what I want you to understand is how these are actually playing into your life. So masculine energy, just to remind you what it was, masculine energy is the energy that is rational, result-oriented, solutioning, and getting things done, while the feminine energy is more about being in touch with your emotions, focusing on the experience and how you make people feel around you, and connecting with other people. Now, the thing is, most of us don't even know what is our predominant mode of operation. So, are you more a rational person, meaning that, okay, I failed the exam, that's it? Or are you more about, okay, I failed the exam, but I met amazing people and I learned a lot of things, so next time I'm just going to be better? So, are you more feminine versus masculine energy? For instance, if you grew up in a household where emotion were not really something that was discussed and it was all about getting results and succeeding and what are the facts and just being all about rational, most likely you will end up being rational yourself. Or it may just be that because of life circumstances you just ended up being more into your energy, masculine energy, sorry. Like for instance, you're a single parent and so you have to make decisions all the time based on facts, based on what is best for my kids, and not necessarily what it is what you want to be doing. So you need to understand first and foremost, what is your predominant mode of operation? How do you function today most of your time? And then the second thing is really, what is your current lifestyle asking from you? Now, the reason why this is really important to know is because, well, for instance, just to give you an example, if you're more into your masculine energy, chances are you're going to attract a spouse that is actually more in very feminine energy. And so you may not be able to communicate with them properly because sometimes you're going to be like, okay, I just don't understand. Why is this person more talking about emotion and how they feel and not just about looking at the fact, right? So you need to understand who you are and what is my energy right now and what is this person before me asking for. Like for instance, something happened in your life, most of the time the first reaction is to go to our emotion. So we are excited, we are afraid, we don't know what to do, we are overwhelmed, etc. And then if you are more into your masculine energy, then right away you're going to start bouncing back into your masculine energy and say, okay, you know what, this is the situation, what is the proper response, what do I need to do to get things done? Whereas someone else who is more into the feminine energy is going to be like, oh my God, this is happening to me. I need to call someone. I need to talk to someone. Now, this happened to all of us. Keep in mind that we keep shifting from one energy to another. The problem is, I am in my masculine energy right now. And then this person calls me, and what they're looking for is someone in their feminine energy to comfort them. But I'm in my masculine energy. So right away I go into, okay, this happened to you. Oh my, this is bad. But here you go. Do this. 1, 2, 3. Now the other person in front of me is just like feeling, that's not what I was asking you. I was telling you about my problem and I was expecting you to comfort me and to tell me, you know what, I understand exactly what you're going through. But then instead of that, you're just giving me these solutions. And there you go, you find yourself with a big like communication gap where you feel like I really helped this person because I care. And the other person is feeling like, well, this person doesn't care about me because I just called her and I had this big problem in my life. And she was just like totally heartless, and just gave me this solution, which are actually effective, but that's not what I was looking for. Also, sometimes it's the other way around. Like someone calls you and they are looking for masculine energy solution. They have a problem, they're looking for solution. But you are in your feminine energy, and all of a sudden you just go with your emotion and just like trying to comfort it, but that's not what they're looking for. So they get frustrated. And you feel like, okay, I just don't understand what just happened here, right? So this person just called me, she has this problem, and I just tried to comfort her, and then she was just frustrated. She got mad at me for no reason, right? And it's just simply because you did not understand what was your energy and what was that person's energy. So this is just one problem that I see most of the time, is that we don't understand what our energy and we don't understand what's the other person's energy, and then we just give them whatever response it is what we believe they are looking for, and that's not the case. The second problem is shifting around all the time. You're not supposed to do that. You're just going to hurt yourself. Like for instance, you wake up in the morning, your spouse needs feminine energy, type of comfort for whatever reason. You give them that. And then to get the kids out for school, you need masculine energy. And then to commute to work, you need masculine energy. If you get to work, it's masculine energy. And then at some point during the day, one of your colleagues just come to you and start talking about a very personal problem, and they ask you to shift into your feminine energy. And maybe at the same time, your boss actually just send you an email asking you for a solution for a problem. Now you need again to shift back into your masculine energy. So you just spend your entire day shifting back and forth between masculine and feminine energy. And at some time, I guarantee you, you're just going to go crazy. Especially if this is not the type of energy you need for your own circumstances. Now, what I mean by that is maybe you yourself, you're going through a crisis. It could be in your marriage, it could be with your finances, it could be at work. And to deal with a crisis, you need to be in your masculine energy. You need to look into solutioning that. You need to be just thinking rationally and not letting your emotions take over, right? Now, you are in that specific state in your life where you need masculine energy. And someone comes to you, whoever that person is, and is asking you for feminine energy. Now, you better not shift, because if you shift into your feminine energy, you're just going to be totally, completely overwhelmed by your own situation. So let's say you have a situation going on at work, and then you need to figure out, okay, how do I handle this thing? Maybe, I don't know, you have deadlines, or you're being accused of something, and now you shift into your feminine energy. What do you think is going to happen? You will just be overwhelmed. You will actually start having a little bit of anxiety, not knowing what to do, and this is not what you need. So we also need to be aware of our own circumstances and what these circumstances are asking for me. Because if I start shifting around, I may not be able to bounce back. Similarly, if you're in a situation where there's a family crisis and you need to be into your feminine energy to connect with the person with whom you have a crisis, right? It could be your child, it could be your spouse, it could be your parents. Regardless of who that person is, you are in a situation where you need to connect with them. So you need your feminine energy. But when someone comes and asks you for solutions which are going to push you into your masculine energy, now all of a sudden, can you actually just keep shifting like that, right? So you need to be also aware of, okay, right now, what do I need? What is this person asking of me? Can I just shift and be able to bounce back? And if you can't, don't do it. Preserve yourself first. So you need to also have like a priority list of, okay, I need to preserve myself first, because when I'm down, I can't help anyone. And then I need to preserve my kids. So if my kids are asking me to shift, I should be able to shift. And I need to preserve my spouse, etc. So you need to have also a priority list and not just keep shifting around. So I hope this was helpful. And again, keep in mind that there is no perfection. So you will not be able to just abide by these rules all the time. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. The other person is not. So sometimes you'll be able to figure out, okay, you know what, this is, I just messed up here and I shifted and I should have not shifted. And over time, you'll be able to say, you know what, right now my circumstances are asking me to be in this specific energy. This other person needs the other type of energy. I can't give that person that. And then you can just message them, actually send them this video and tell them, you know what, I love you, I care about you, but right now I just can't shift. If you loved this video and find it beneficial,